Okay guys, have you been trying to lose those last 5 pounds for the past... All right guys, have you been trying to lose those last 5 pounds for the past year, and no matter what you do, the scale just does not seem to budge? Are you doing all of the right things, eating all of the right foods, searching YouTube, trying to find answers of why what you're doing is just not working? Well, thankfully, I am here now to share with you in this video the top 5 mistakes people are making when it comes to losing that last 5 pounds, which is truly the most stubborn, most difficult weight to lose. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Kelsey Rose. Welcome to my channel. I am a certified trainer and wellness coach. I've been in this space for the past 10 years, working with thousands of women all around the world, helping them to achieve looking and feeling their absolute best through fitness, wellness, lifestyle, and nutrition. All right, let's jump into it. Fitness mistake number 1, only doing cardio. This has been a misconception for decades that this is the number 1 form of movement for weight loss. This couldn't be more completely false. We need to focus on strength training. And thankfully, from what I've been seeing on social media over the past couple of years, that narrative is starting to shift, and we're truly starting to understand that strength training is the foundation of weight loss when it comes to movement. We have fat tissue and we have muscle tissue. Muscle tissue burns fat. So the more muscle we have in our bodies, the more productive our bodies are going to be, even when we're at rest, at burning fat. There's also another little type of concept called the Eeek method. So it is the exercise post-oxygen consumption. A whole mouthful of words, but essentially all you need to know is that it is the afterburn effect when it comes to strength training. So when we're lifting weights, building muscle, our body continues to repair that muscle tissue and energy stores for up to 48 hours after that workout, which means our bodies are continuing to burn calories. A lot of what I'm talking about today, the end consensus of what is happening within the body is that we're actually just burning more calories, which is going to help lead to overall weight loss and fat loss, which is our goal and why all of you are here listening to me right now. Moving on to mistake number 2, overtraining. Guys, you're going to love this one, but seriously, I talk about this all the time. Less is more. I used to spend hours in the gym. I would force myself seriously to the gym every single day, and I thought in my mind that if I wasn't working out for at least 60 minutes, I was not getting an effective workout. That cannot be more false. I was gonna say less true. I don't know. It's not true. That is what I'm trying to say. After 2020 happened and I started working out a lot more from home and started to incorporate more low impact workouts, because at the gym, I really was just focusing on strength and conditioning style of workouts, I started seeing changes to my body that I literally did not even know were possible. I started actually truly toning my body, slimming down, and feeling like the most confident version of myself by literally doing less. Now, that's not giving you the red flag to go and, slack off from your workouts and not work as hard. No. What I am saying is excessive exercise is not the move. I have workouts on my app Shape that are 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and at the end of that workout, you've given it your all. You feel sweaty, you feel accomplished, your heart rate was up, your muscles are fatiguing, and because it's all compacted in a well-programmed workout, you don't need to spend that additional 30 minutes that would make the workout an hour continuing to move the body. You are able to get an efficient workout in a shorter amount of time. But you're probably asking, why is this important? Well, when you are working out excessively and overtraining, it is very possible that you are stressing your body out. So we have this little hormone in our body, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, called cortisol. And cortisol is a stress hormone that isn't so great. It can slow down muscle growth, it can slow down the metabolism, it can slow down digestion, all of these things that contribute to weight loss, fat loss. So we gotta keep that hormone in check. The other thing about working out excessively is that we're most likely going to have an increased appetite, which means we're probably going to refuel our bodies because we're hungry, but you're at a greater chance of overeating, consuming more calories, and at the end of the day, if you're not in a proper caloric deficit, you're just not going to lose that weight. Lastly, spending too much time in the gym can lead to mental burnout and just decreased motivation. It got to a point where I really felt like I was dragging myself to the gym. I was losing my love for working out, and I thought that spending all of this extra time, even sometimes doing 2-a-days, was going to give me the results that I wanted, when in reality that just wasn't true. So thank God that some amazing things did come out of 2020 and I snapped out of that real quick. Okay, moving on to mistake number 3, which is my favorite of all, underestimating walking. I talk about walking all the time. I am like the preacher of walking. Why? Because it is so simple, it is accessible for everyone, and the benefits are incredible. Obviously, for cardiovascular health, number 1, it's amazing, lowering blood pressure, cholesterol, all of the things. But when it comes to weight loss, our bodies actually use fat storage for lower intensity movement versus glucose. So when we're going for our daily walks, we don't even know it, but our body is tapping into that fat storage to use as energy. It's like incredible. Our goal every single day should be hitting that 10K daily steps. And I know that seems like a lot, but our steps from when we wake up in the morning, getting out of bed, going downstairs, going to the whatever, walking around at home, to going to sleep at night, all count. So I'm not saying you need to go on 1 walk a day and on that walk you need to hit 10,000 steps. No, that's not the case. What I actually do recommend is breaking it up within your day. So right when you wake up in the morning, go outside for a 10-minute walk. And then, if you're going to work, park a little bit further, take those steps, take the stairs when you get to work. Go for a 10-minute walk at lunch. At the end of your day, before going back home, go for a 10-minute walk. Go for a walk after dinner, which is so great, walking after eating. All of these steps throughout the day, they add up and they contribute to your 10,000 daily steps. If we are hitting that 10,000 daily step goal, we are burning on average from 400 to 600 calories in addition to the other calories that we've burned throughout the day from our workouts or from our RMR, resting metabolic rate. And if you think about all of these calories that are added up daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, that is a lot of extra calories just from walking. That is why you will see all the time people saying that they've just started walking and they've miraculously have lost all of this weight. Yes, it is totally possible. And if you have been trying to lose those last 5 pounds and you are not hitting 10K steps, start hitting 10K steps and then come back to me and we can chat more, because I promise that might be why. Again, it all comes back to the amount of calories that we are burning in a day versus the calories that we are intaking, and walking helps contribute to that deficit. The last little fun fact I have for you about walking is that it actually affects, of course, our hormones. So we have this little hormone called ghrelin. It is our hunger hormone, and essentially when we walk, it helps decrease the levels of ghrelin in our body, which will help us feel more satiated. We will have less cravings. It really does, truly, and this isn't me just making it up. This is like scientific stuff that has been studied. It really does actually decrease your appetite levels. Of course, as long as you are fueling appropriately throughout the day. All right, moving on. Okay, we are on to mistake number 4, which is inconsistent workout routines. There is absolutely no doubt when you are consistent with your workouts, you are more motivated to show up every single day. The biggest mistake that I see people do is they just try to wing it in the gym. They don't know what they're doing, they don't have a program, they don't know how to properly structure a workout to see the best results. And again, that is why experts like myself are here to guide you and show you the best form of movements that are going to give you the best results. On my app Shape, I have a weekly workout schedule that all of my members follow. Literally all you need to do is show up on your mat, press play, play and start moving. It is the perfect formulation of all of the types of workouts that you need in the week, including strength training, low impact, mobility, rest days, cardio, all literally set out for you to follow. Whether it's my program or someone else's, I truly do recommend you taking advice from experts who know what they're doing, unless of course you have a really good and deep understanding of movement and what is good for your body, then keep doing you, boo. But if not, you need to, or what I would recommend for you is to follow a workout schedule and a workout program. Consistency helps build and reinforce healthy habits. And when you are skipping out on your workouts, not showing up for you, you're going to start to feel that lack of motivation. So again, find some consistency in your routine, plan it out in your week, set certain days for movement, set certain days for rest days. Try to stick to that as much as possible, and you're gonna start seeing that weight literally fall off. You can't work out for a week, then take a week off, and then work out 1 or 2 days the following week, and then come back to it again 2 weeks later. It doesn't work like that. I am where I am with my body because I show up daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, and I have for years. The moment that you start doing that and the moment you start seeing results, trust me, the moment that you start losing weight from consistent workouts, you are going to be running to your mat so excited, so motivated to work out. So just stick to it, and I promise you, you are going to see the results that you want, and that little extra stubborn fat, it is gonna go bye-bye. Okay, our final mistake, number 5, we're diving into a little bit of nutrition now, is not fueling with enough protein. Fun fact, because I love fun facts, protein is more satiating than carbs and fats. For example, when I have a high protein breakfast, I am less hungry sooner in the day. So I can make it all the way to lunch if I have a proper high protein filled breakfast. But if I just have a piece of bread with avocado and 1 egg, I am going to be hungry again in 2 hours. And that is because, again, protein will keep you feeling fuller for longer. So that is reason number 1 why we love protein, but it goes deeper than that. We need protein as well to help build and repair our muscle tissue. So you aren't going to be increasing your muscle mass if you are not consuming enough protein. The amount of protein that we should be consuming in a day is different for everyone, but I would give it like lowest 100 grams of protein for across the board for everyone. Protein provides the necessary building blocks, which are our amino acids for muscle repair, muscle growth, all the things muscle. Another really interesting thing is protein has a higher thermic effect of food, which means our body actually needs to work a lot harder to break down protein versus fat or carbs. Again, this comes back to our notion that the more calories that we're burning throughout the day, the better, because it goes back to our caloric deficit. Lastly, protein helps the body use fat storage as energy if you're consuming a sufficient amount. That, of course, goes along with eating less calories than consuming and movement and exercise. So to sum all of this up, making it super simple, we need to move our bodies through walking. We need to show up to our workouts. We need to consume high amounts of protein at every single meal. We need to make sure that we're not just focusing on cardio, but also incorporating strength training into our routines. And our favorite, we need to make sure that we are not overtraining and working out excessively. Give your body a break. Let's be in our flow state. Let's be in our calm girl era. The overall goal in life is to just calm our nervous system so that we can feel our best. That alone, you will release so many hormones, lower that cortisol, and truly start seeing the results that you want. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. My name is Kelsey Rose. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Let me know below what you want to see more of, and I hope I made it really super simple and easy to start implementing in your daily, weekly, monthly routines to look and feel your best. Thank you, guys.